Under a Rock is a procedural open-world survival craft game in development for PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. In the game, where you will explore a primitive but dangerous place with a different evolutionary path, the wildlife is huge, the Neanderthals still exist, and the curses are real. The basic task in the game is to find out what happened to a previous expedition, lift a curse that lay on the land, and discover a way to escape the supernatural storm home, with as many treasures, artifacts, and local wildlife as you can collect. Boost your reputation with Society of Explorers. Other than that, enjoy exploring, crafting, building, fighting, taming, hunting, surviving, and more. A nice game that players who love to survive and build will want to try. You and a few team members began descending into a 10-mile deep Martian cave. During the descent, the elevator crashes, and only a few of you survive. You have no communication with the surface, and there's no sign of the lost pioneer team that you have been sent for. You start moving through the tunnel and see something you never expected, a subterranean world right beneath Mars, full of alien life and surrounded by dense jungles and bizarre weather. Unravel the secrets of the Martian underground world by exploring its vast and formidable environments. Experience full freedom of exploration with enjoyable new mechanics. Harvest resources and craft new tools, climb anywhere dynamically, row the underground seas with your boat, and build structures that help you overcome obstacles along your way. Build your house, deck out your buildings with furniture, crafting tools, and more. Make sure your house is durable enough against unforgiving weather and unknown creatures. Running on Unreal Engine 5, Derelicts takes place after a cataclysmic event that left the entire planet with radiation poisoning. This has led to the emergence of mutated creatures and humans, which must be dealt with using first-person shooter combat while navigating this open-world survival game. Derelicts' crafting and community building aspects rely on natural energy. This means you'll have to make use of running water, wind, and solar energy in order to power your various contraptions. Interestingly, changes in weather can put a dent in your plans, forcing you to readjust your contraptions or simply wait it out. In a slight twist, players are also accompanied by an AI dog that can help out in fights.
The government assures that none of the bacteriological attacks will harm citizens' health.
Maybe this game will hit a little too close to home for some people, but Rooted is a post-apocalyptic survival game where you are one of the few survivors of a bacteriological warfare event. The world as you knew it is now gone, but nature has been slowly taking it back. While the cities are still unsafe without protective equipment, the overgrown areas are safe again. You will get to choose where you build your base, but you will still end up exploring the wreckage of urban areas for supplies. From animals to drones, there is a lot of danger in the world around you, so you will have to be smart and stealthy. You also don't have to play alone. Cooperative multiplayer will be an option anytime in the game. Enshrouded is a game of survival, crafting, and action RPG combat set within a sprawling voxel-based continent. As you journey across the mountains and deserts of an open world, you are free to choose your path and shape your destiny. You start with nothing but the will to survive the wilds. You must scrape and scavenge through the ruined remnants of a lost kingdom and fend off the beasts that hunger for your flesh. Journey through forests, caves, dungeons, searching for secret knowledge and treasure. Build the strength to venture into the shroud and bring the fight back to the horrors of the deep. The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is a procedurally generated survival game that takes place in the 4th Age of Middle-earth. Moria is a dwarven realm where you can work solo or with friends to mine. Mine resources to craft better gear to mine more resources. The deeper down you go though, the more dangerous it will become. As you mine, the noise you make may wake a sleeping evil down in the shadowy depths. You and your friends may find yourselves battling to defend yourselves in this adventure game, based on the world created by John Ronald Reuel Tolkien. Forever Skies is a survival action game, where you return to a version of Earth that has been destroyed by an ecological disaster. You will have to use science in order to survive long enough to repair the Earth piece by piece. Scavenging for resources will help you survive and create the tools you need to repair buildings as well as your airship. Speaking of, your airship is your customizable home and lab, so you will be able to make it completely yours. You will not be entirely alone on Earth, as there are still some creepy creatures lurking about. The biggest thing to fear may be the mysterious illness you have to find a cure for though. This single-player game will keep you busy for hours as you explore and study the world around you. For a survival experience that is equal parts dangerous and beautiful, keep an eye out for Nightingale. You play as an explorer who ends up cut off from our human world when the portal system collapses. Stuck in a labyrinth of Fey realms, you are looking to find the city of Nightingale to reconnect with humanity again. The worlds in this game are gorgeous, plus, you will be traversing a variety of environments from swamps and jungles to deserts, so there's always something new to see. While moving between realms, you will have to do the survival game classics, like gathering supplies to build shelters and weapons. Even cooking will be a factor for you, but it isn't all a fairy dream world. There are some creepy-looking creatures that walk the realms as well, and you will have to create weapons to take them down to survive. When a mysterious event has caused the population of an island to either vanish or turn into a mutated beast, our protagonist seeks the truth. Players will venture onto the island in the hope of uncovering what happened. Although, you'll soon realize that once you're on the island, there's no escape. Now trapped with mutated creatures looking to end their life, players will be forced to build up and defend their shelter. Survive by gathering resources, farming, hunting, and crafting traps to take out the monsters. Smalland is an early access title that will look quite a bit like Grounded. Here players are once again taking the role of characters shrunk down to the size of a small insect. Now living in a world that's meant for someone significantly larger, players are forced into battle against small insects, rodents, to even birds. Again, like other games on this list, there's the ability to craft items, from weapons to armor, and you can build up bases to make your survival a bit easier to manage. Survival is easy when it's the only thing on your mind. In Sons of the Forest, you'll go to an island to retrieve a lost billionaire. However, when you arrive, you'll learn quickly that there's more than a rich person on this island. Trapped there with these mutants and monsters, you'll have to traverse the place and look for anything and everything to help you survive. You can explore the entire island from the start, opening up many options for you and choices on how to survive. Also, the longer you play the game, the more the seasons will change. the sequel to Ark Survival Evolved, Ark 2 will continue the epic survival sandbox game with some new characters and abilities. In this game, you wake up as a man named Santiago with no memory of how he ended up on a planet teeming with dinosaurs. You will have to slowly solve that mystery while taking care of more immediate needs, protecting your daughter, Mika. The coolest part of Ark 2 is how much modding and customizing players can do as well. You can create all new weapons and creatures by utilizing the tools around you. Avoid dangerous creatures when you aren't feeling confident, but don't forget that you can tame some of them too.